Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for another Make It Again Monday. Today's card features a wonderful die set by Spellbinders called Open House Door Base. There are different add-ons, of which I'm using a couple of them to make this a very versatile set for any occasion. You can guess what's on my mind with Christmas right around the corner. This is an all die cut card, which is one of my favorite styles of cards to make. And there is a lot of die cutting with this card. The dies are small, so I like to use my Gemini Go. It sits right on my desktop and makes the process of lots of die cutting easy. Color palette for this card consists mainly of black and matte gold, with some pops of warm yellow, green, and red. Yellow cardstock was used to die cut the windows. To warm it up, I've applied some Distress Oxide ink, fossilized amber, and a little bit of walnut stain. I wanted a black door with gold accents to really emphasize the warmth of the light from inside the house. Because this is a nighttime scene, the door needed to stand out from the background. So I did lots of extra die cutting so I could stack the door, the transoms, and the front step. They're all stacked more or less the same way. So the door starts off with two solid doors stacked together. Next, a door with the windows cut out is placed on top and the yellow windows inlaid. Finally, just the door with the window grills die cut is stacked on top. The 4 layers of cardstock give lots of dimension to the door, its side lights, the transom windows up above it, and the step. I'm incorporating one of the Open House add-ons with this card. It is called Open House Side Panel, and the panels are put together the very same way as the door. When these basic structures have been put together, I've die cut the grills using the outline die and the grill die together to cut matte gold cardstock. All of the other accents for both the door and the side panels are also cut from matte gold cardstock. The half-circle transom window that will sit right above the door is included in the Open House door base. Keep these windows the same depth as the door and the side panels. The same number of die cuts are put together. Little quarter circle windows that will sit above the side panels are included with the Open House side panel set. Now that the main elements are put together, I'm going to spatter some black cardstock that is 5 inches by 7 inches with P.H. Martin's Bleed Proof White. I've watered it down slightly and I'm using a fan brush to apply a fine spatter. And while the panel is drying, I'll go ahead and die cut everything that I need to create the garland. These dies are included in the Open House door base set. The black cardstock panel has been trimmed down to 6 7/8 by 4 7/8 inches and is being mounted on a 5 by 7 inch card base. So now I can go ahead and adhere the door, the side panels, and the transom windows to the card front. And then I place my MISTI on top for just a few minutes and let the glue set up. The matte gold cardstock window moldings are attached between the door and the transom windows. Next, the garland is created by adhering the greenery on the molding above the door and then having it trail down along the side panels. I place the adhesive just along the stem. When everything is dry, I'll go in and just pick those leaves up for a little bit of dimension. Next, the garland is decorated with red flowers and berries. I've die cut some beautiful gold urns, greenery and flowers from the Open House Pumpkin Topiary set. This is a wonderful die set that also includes a number of beautiful pumpkin dies, which obviously I'm not using in a Christmas card, but it does demonstrate how versatile these sets can be. The urn is really pretty with its layered details, and it has a little slit on top to pop the greenery in. Before the urns were adhered to either side of the door, the front step was first adhered to the card base. Thought this sentiment was perfect to go along with the warm, welcoming glow from the windows. I borrowed this from a set called Santa's Fireplace. It actually sits in the hearth, so I did have to modify it a little bit. Negative die cut sentiment out of the matte gold cardstock is first adhered to black cardstock and then onto foam. To add a touch of sparkle to the card, all of the berries will be highlighted with Nouveau Glitter Drops White Blizzard, which dries clear and is super sparkly. The card is finished up by adding in some black Nouveau drops to the center of all of the flowers. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Make It Again Monday featuring Spellbinders Open House. This is an absolutely gorgeous die set, and I love that there are these add-ons so that you can use this set for any occasion. I hope you enjoyed this video and will join me again for another Make It Again Monday. As always, I appreciate your visit.